All right. So if I wanted to, I could stop there. But there's also these age categories. So we're going to go ahead and just randomly roll to see if I'm not just a young person. I'm not. I'm an adult. Interesting. I'm an adult. Which means I get to subtract one of my attributes. A1 adult. -1. I mean, we're rolling already, right? We might as well keep rolling. I just hope that it's not my wits. 36. It's my agility. That's not good. Poor agility. Back down to 3. But I get +2 methods. And like in other Year Zero games, your methods don't generate ones on a push that hurt you, so it's a good trade-off to figure that out. And at this point you probably would want to be picking your methods, but I'm just gonna roll. 12. Blade again. I'll live with that. 43. Mech. Okay. +1 blade. +1 mech. Alright, little. And then I start with 3 edge. And +3 edge. Which is good. It means I don't have to suffer so much at the beginning. Now, the next thing to do is to buy stuff. I'll just put stuff. Alright, so everybody starts with D8 credit. They also start with, everybody starts with a weapon worth a D8 value. Everyone starts with 1 stim pump. Now, stimulations, stim pumps, they are things that you have in your body that when you are reduced to 0 in that attribute, they automatically kick in and they roll and give you more points so you don't just pass out. So everybody starts with 1 stim pump in their choice of attribute, and I'm going to do strength. Stim pump with 1 dose. Got it. Strength is physical damage. When you get hit, you take it. So it's an obvious one to really take. Everybody starts with a neural interface plug called an NI plug, standard, and +1 chip. A chip is a skill chip. So it's a method that you have that you can just get a bonus from. 24. It's a fixer chip. Interesting. It must mean like a contact list or almost like a how to make friends and influence people, except wired into my brain so I can actually talk to them without being a jerk because I'm an arrogant prick. Those type of things are in that skill chip. Interesting. I don't particularly have never really used that in my own play style, but why not, right? I also start with a bladed weapon of my choice, because I have my highest total method is blade. I think it's at a +3, so I am definitely known for being somebody who can cut a punk, which is great. I'll deal with that. I have a wardrobe that is unoppressive, which means it doesn't give me a bonus on anything, and then I have a place to crash. I don't know what that is. I'm imagining it's like a hole in the wall deep inside some machinery in some arcology or something like that. But I don't know yet. We're gonna figure that out. Alright. That is what we start with. Now, this D8 credit that I have can be spent to buy new stuff. And I can raise my credit by burning my friends and enemies from my past. To burn your friends to get money, you simply just go into them, describe how you betray them, and then you get another rank in your credit, so it will go up from D8 to D10. And they become an enemy if they're not an enemy already. And if they are an enemy, they become an enemy plus, which means that it's not just them who are after you, they have a whole group that are after you. I think that I am going to burn Desmond. Desmond here. Now, I don't know what Desmond is yet. And you can't see it because it's not on the screen. So there you go. I think I'm going to burn Desmond. And in order to burn Desmond, I've got to figure out what Desmond is. It's another blade with an 11. Ooh. Man, did my whole life revolve around this one person bullying me? Grew up to be a blade also. And I burned them. So it is an enemy plus, which means that there are a whole group of blades that are out to get me. And you know, I kind of like some cheesiness, so maybe Desmond. You know, and I may change all these names because they don't sound fantasy world enough to me. We'll see how that works. For now, they're just Desmond. They have a whole group of blades, and I kind of want this idea of like a secret society of blades, like sword and knife fighters who exist like a fight club, except with more power. Yeah, I kind of like that. Secret society of swords people. Yep, I got that. That's gonna be fun. Alright, so we're gonna write these down on the character sheet. Well, actually no, I'm gonna wait. You guys don't need to be bored with that. But we do have the idea then that now I have a D10 credit, and I need to decide on this weapon. So let's go and explain gear and cybernetics to you. So there is not a list of gear and cybernetics in this game. The idea of a world is that static, where I could give you a list and then have you generate random worlds and be able to embrace that in an imaginative way is not impossible for me. There are some like common rules for how gear and cybernetics work that will be in every world, so you know it still sets the tone of cyberpunk-ish type of things, cyber games, but it doesn't give you a list. I do have a list of possible corporations, but you're totally welcome to get rid of them. So in order to buy gear, you have to just look at the cost. So those are the costs right there, and if you have a credit score that is equal or more than the cost, you can buy it. And that's all it is. Now when it comes to cyber, this is a cyber attribute, which means that anytime you use the attribute, you get a cyber die. And a cyber die is a D8 as opposed to D6. This is a cyber die method, so every time you use a certain method, you get a cyber die. And this is a cyber die task. Task is just something specific within the method, like a certain weapon, a certain gun, a certain research outlet that you know really, a certain research avenue that you know really well, a certain topic in history, a certain class of people that you know how to talk to. It's just one task within a method. Negate means that it negates a negative you would normally have, so the most typical one would be night vision. It negates the darkness penalty if you have like cyber eyes that can see in the dark. And allow means it allows you to do something you normally wouldn't be able to do, but otherwise gives you no bonus unless you buy it on top of another type. So you could buy a neural interface plug net, which allows you to plug into other computer systems where normal neural interface plug doesn't. It literally is just to make sure your cybernetics are communicating with your brain. But you could upgrade it. You could be like, I want it to always help me when I hack. So it's not only a D6 for allow, but it's also a D10 for a cyber die method. So, and then gear is exactly the same. It has cosmetics, negates, bonus die. Bonus die though are D6s, they're not D8s. And then chips are skill bonuses that are not natural. In a chip die, if you roll it and your body's not wired for those types of chips, there's a chance it could freak out. And then we have standard ammo, armor that you can buy. That he is going to use an axe. I think that's just a good call for him. I think it's going to be, this bladed weapon of choice is an axe. Maybe a collapsible axe of some sort, or an energy axe. We could do energy weapons. I don't know. We'll think about it. Either way, it'll have the 2 bonus dice and the +2 damage and be edged. That's cool. And then I have a D8 weapon of my choice. Might as well have a pistol. My best friends, Gold and Rob. Which I'm going to change those names because they are not fantasy enough for me. Really want me to have a medium pistol. So I'm going to go ahead and take that for my D8 weapon, which is a BD1 DMG +3 short range. Now, I hate not having names for my stuff, so it's not just a medium pistol, it's a WM #3 basic. Alright. WN is the company name. WM3 basic medium pistol. WN stands for War Master, if you would like to know. My folding energy blade was made by Martel. It's a Martel Deluxe energy blade. Energy axe. Yeah, why not? Sounds good to me. I'm even gonna give it the energy thing. I think if this was not my free weapon, I would probably have to buy extra stuff, but it's all good. I come with that. I kind of want... No, I don't care. My character doesn't care about this face chip. I don't know where he even got it at. He doesn't need wires there. He doesn't have any other chips, so I'm not going to buy wires for him. But I do kind of want wired reflexes or strength as a thing. I kind of want this CD method on my blade. I kind of just want to be a really badass blade person. So when I buy stuff, I roll the credit rating that I have, and if I roll a 1 or 2, it goes down. And I did not. So I bought CDM blade, and it is a nerve and skeleton augmentation. Yeah, why not? Sounds good. Sounds very cyberpunk. 41. It's made by Boom Co. Boom Co. 22 nerve and skeleton augmentation. I have a hacker of 1. He's really into tech. Well, anyways, I'm gonna upgrade my neural interface plug to a net plug. So I'm just go ahead and roll this because this is my credit rating, and I got a 2, so my credit rating just went down. Net credit rating went down to D8. All right. Yeah, let's go with a sneak chip. All right, got a sneak chip. And sneak. And why not get wires for that? You know? That way it won't freak out on me as much as if I didn't have wires. Chips. There's the NI plug there. And then the chips wires are 98s too. Alright, so I have a chip wire. I have agility wires. So I can do agility chips without them freaking out on me. Now, that's it. That's all I can take for my cybernetics, because my empathy is only 2, and the agility wires and the CDM count as my 2 cybernetics. I already had a neural interface plug, so upgrading it wasn't a problem, and chips don't count against it, but you could, at the start of the game, you can only start with cybernetics equal to your empathy. And that would be, I think, it for my character.